Um, Tonight's gonna be something a little different from the normal stuff. More closely related to my January 2018 video. I'll probably do this every year, at the beginning of every year. Because this is about a year after I filmed January 2018. So, yeah. Anyways, I wrote this stuff down as a way of getting my thoughts out, because when I just talk, and I don't like editing my ramblings. When I just talk, I repeat myself. It comes out slowly, awkwardly, all that stuff. And I would prefer, and it's easier to do that when writing, because it's a slower process, So these are just my thoughts that are not nearly as abstract as if they were to come from the top of my head, like right now. So I wrote this about an hour and a half ago. Just been, messing around. So here it is. I've entitled it "Talking Honestly About My Thoughts." And as a precursor, I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, none of that. This is just my thoughts right now, at this moment in time. Yeah. So here we go. I might yawn. Whenever I make one of my shorts, or write a script, or make any sort of, I don't want to say art, but art, I always ask myself if I'll be okay putting this in a museum or screening it in a theater, and the answer is almost always no. Which may sound strange, considering I still put these things out there for the world to see, despite feeling ashamed of it. And I don't know why I keep going sometimes, because it's really hard not to get discouraged when you have this mentality that the stuff you're making just isn't that good. And then I'll end up asking myself if it'll ever be good enough to be remembered, if anyone will care at all about the things I make, if I somehow fly too close to the sun, or maybe don't even fly at all. It's just that I'm so overwhelmingly consumed with doubt anytime I finalize my films or songs or jams or writings, and yet I continue persisting and getting nowhere. Perhaps the trudge and grind of high school has ruined me in some way. Perhaps a compulsive desire for a romantic relationship I never seem to actually attain. I can never seem to actually attain. One that's meaningful, anyways. Perhaps I'm driven to doubt by my age, considering this fear and paranoia were absent until just a few years ago. Perhaps the monotony of the modern world has left me numb, a hollow shell of what once was. I'm not depressed by any means. I still have motivation to get up in the morning, to eat my meals, to persist through the days and weeks. I'm just tired. Tired of the nonsense and the inescapable feeling that there has to be something more for me out there. Something other than this. But I just can't let myself burn out and be nothing. I won't be able to tell myself I gave my everything and tried and worked and toiled if I just give up. That would be criminal. No, I have to keep pushing through this boredom and malaise to the light of success, right? At least that's what all the other famous people say in their interviews on how they finally made it big. So I guess that's what I'll do, and until I make it. I'll just need to make movies I don't think are very good and write middling scripts until I can actually do something great. Being paralyzed by the fear of messing everything up won't get me anywhere but an asylum. So on I'll go, at least within my career. As for relationships, I'm not so sure. To say that I'm a lonely person would be a gross exaggeration, but there's definitely a person missing in my life. And honestly, that's what I think the real problem is. No, I don't think it's society's fault or that women owe me or something like that. It's all on me. And I think this mindset I have may be worse than the aforementioned because of just how crushing it is to live like this. Why should I keep making these films and writing these things and all of this if I have nobody to do it for? I'm supposed to just be completely self-sufficient and cheer myself on and die alone in a pool of glory I made all on my own? I'll almost always advocate selfishness over anything else, but this is the one exception. That one person who, after you make a mistake or fall down or lose big time, will always be there to pick you up and tell you it's okay, that you'll be okay. And it can't be me because of the way my mind is already wired. I'll just doubt my own self-encouragement like the fool I am. I need that person who's more than a friend or a best friend, you know. That one, that's who I need. But because I've set up these goals and standards for this person who represents the paragon of humanity, I fear I may never meet someone along those lines. Or perhaps they're right around the corner, and then when I meet them, I'll mess it up like I invariably do. I just can't seem to beat myself up enough, can I? So it's gotten to a point where it's pretty much guaranteed that I'll fail in the relationship department, which would lead to me not caring and giving up. But no, I continue on in this pointless trudge, and it sucks. It really sucks. Because the one person who can encourage me to keep going in this harshest endeavor is the one I'm so desperately searching for, and it sucks. Don't pity me, please. That's just about the worst thing someone could do for me, no matter what. I just needed to exercise these thoughts to someone other than a journal or a piece of paper I'll forget about. I need to say these words out loud and someone needs to hear them. Not listen, just hear. All I want is that slice of happiness I used to have. You know what I mean. So, that's it, I guess. Nothing left to say. I mean, I have some ideas and scripts in progress I'll do this semester, but that doesn't have anything to do with overall any of this. If you see me in person and you've seen this video, please don't ask me about it. Don't ask me if I'm doing fine, unless you're a close friend, you know. And if you are that close friend, then you know who you are. This is just something I need to get out. And I'm not sad, okay? I'm not sad. I just wish I were happier. Don't we all? I think I know deep down that I can make everything all right in the end, and I think that's what matters most. Right now, right now, this will someday be the past. And all I can do is just look to the future and make sure it's not like this. And you know what? It won't be. Signed, Max Edwards. So that's that. C'est la vie, whatever. That's my January 2019. That's where my headspace is. That's where my mind is in this time period of my life. I only have about a little over a month left of being a teenager, and I never really did anything. I don't know. I can't say I did anything I regret. So that's a good thing. But there are a lot of things I regret not doing, not saying. But there's nothing I can do about that because it's in the past. So that's that. You know, c'est la vie. I already said that. Yeah. So I'll see you around. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Nah.